Hey there, team. It's Rachel here from the Workshop Whisperer, and we help auto repair shop owners just like you to achieve business success. Now, you are absolutely in the right place today because we are sharing with you how to secure customers and new customers using the 7 steps of selling, the 7 fundamental steps of selling. So in this video, I'm going to discuss how we use the 7 fundamental steps of selling. And it comes from the experience of having experienced resistance from customers who we put buying propositions to in my own auto repair businesses back when I owned those. So for those of you that don't know, I used to own a mobile repair business, and then we moved into a workshop-based auto repair shop. So you would all be familiar with the situation where you do your upsell checks, you put the additional work to the customer, but then the customer says no. And what we're aiming to help you with here today is achieving a higher yes rate when you put those recommendations back to your customers. So make sure you stick around right to the end of the video for your opportunity to attend our exclusive client event that we're running next week, which will be all about selling and making the most of your service advisor. Now, I'll just let you know, I've actually got so many things to talk about today that I wrote them down. So if you see my eyes glancing down, that's because I'm looking at the next thing that I want to share with you. So let's talk about the problem that we have, customer resistance to the recommendations that you're putting to them, which are often about safety concerns. So it's kind of deflating when your technician does their job right and identifies work that is pretty important, is not going to make it till the next service, is a safety concern, and if not done now, could have quite serious consequences. Or even when it's one of those situations where you've identified work that could be done now and it would actually save an additional labor charge if you did it now, rather than the customer coming back at a different time. So the other thing with doing recommendations and then quoting or estimating rather, the upsell work is that takes time. And it's even more disheartening when you get a no, because you realize the time that both your technician team and your service team have used to prepare that estimate for the customer. There's also the idea that selling is sleazy, and we're going to discuss that, because if you can put your upsell recommendations to the customer in a way that's actually problem solving, rather than it looking like you're just trying to get extra money on this repair order, then you'll find that you convert your upsell opportunities into closed repair orders much more often. So what we're thinking about and the frame of mind you should have, so that you can teach it to your service advisor and so that can flow through to the technicians, is what's the problem that we can solve for the customer here? And then that's exactly how we put it to them. We can solve this problem for you today. We've identified that your brake pads are really low, or that the rotors need replacing, the tire tread is really low and it's dangerous. We can do that for you today. We're telling the customer what the problem is, and then we're showing them that we can solve it. When you come from that angle, that is non-threatening, it's educational, and the customer doesn't feel like it's pushy, sleazy sales. So it's a simple reframe that we need to do. So given that having a service advisor in place is, or should be, the goal of most businesses that are here in your Profitable Auto Repair Shop Facebook group, it's important for you to be in the right mindset so that all of this doesn't fall to you. So if you're currently doing the estimating and delivering the upsell recommendations to the customer, let's think about how if we had a service advisor in place that would free you up to do other money-making, value-adding things for the business. It's a very important role to have in place if you are the business owner, because it actually is one of your first steps towards freedom from the business and autonomy from the business, particularly if you've actually removed yourself off the floor on the tools already. So remember, your service advisor is your main point of contact with the customer. They are the advocate for the customer's car. They are the go-between point that the customer comes to the service advisor, as does the technician. So it's an integral role, and it's something that you shouldn't overlook. It doesn't matter how well you think you sell yourself and how much you think your customers can't do without you. A service advisor, an effective one, is an integral role in your business, and your business will never grow to its potential without one. So what we also want to look at here is assumptions that we can make about our customers. And it's the second fundamental of selling. So what you shouldn't be doing is making assumptions about your customers about whether or not you think they can afford the recommendations that you're putting to them. This completely disempowers you straight away. And what all you need to be doing, and all your service advisors need to be doing, is putting the problem to the customer and letting the customer decide if they want to solve that problem today. And as I mentioned just before with the reframe, when you're putting it to them as a problem and not as a sleazy selling proposition, they are far more likely to say yes to your recommendations because they can see the value in getting that safety concern fixed today. So the other thing with assumptions is don't assume that the customer knows everything about what you're talking about or the services that your business offers. Make sure that you break down for them the problem, what the issue will be if it's not fixed, how they can have that done on your premises that day, or if there's a part to be sent in when it needs to occur, you can get them booked back in. And what else they could be getting done at the same time to ensure that it's actually the most efficient use of time and money for them. You need to educate them, which brings us to the third fundamental, which is asking and listening. So you'll learn more about the customer's wants and needs if you listen rather than just talk at them. And if you're one of those businesses that is very much trying to win the pink dollar, then by encouraging more females to come in, it is a great strategy to use to educate and listen to their response, because females do want to understand, but they're often not given the opportunity to ask questions. So make sure you consider that when you are talking to your female customers. Make sure that when you're listening, you're taking notes, jotting things down, because that can potentially help with future upselling opportunities as well. So you might hear them say, I'll get the tires done today, but I'm probably going to need to wait a month for those new brake pads and windscreen wipers or whatever it is. So make a note and make sure you're in contact with the customer in that time frame. Get permission from them to give them a quick call and let them know that that time's passed. Would you like to book that in now? To make sure that the customer still knows that you're actually looking after them. And when you've got a service advisor in place, the service advisor is doing all of this for you. That's really important to remember. So remind your customers that you are the expert and that people come to you for your knowledge and expertise. Okay, it's just like going to a specialist doctor. It's exactly the same. You have the expertise in this area, and your customers should feel great about paying you for your expertise and knowing that they're safe on the road. So don't be afraid to frame things up in that way. Remember as well that not every customer is your ideal customer. So don't quote or estimate everything that comes through your door. Make sure you've got a system in place that weeds out the people who are never going to buy from you in the first place. Now, I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video that there's an opportunity for you next week to attend our exclusive client event, our Engine Room Retreat. We hold it 3 times a year, and it's on next week. So I've given 4 of our fundamentals here, or 3 actually, and we're going to be doing the entire event on sales. So you'll be able to learn what the other fundamentals were that I haven't mentioned yet. But we've also got speakers from around the world with sales expertise, and even one guy who built a $40 million contracting trades business. So there's amazing sessions from our coaches, from myself. This is something that you have the opportunity to be immersed in so you can understand not only sales, but how the engine room actually helps take auto repair shops just like yours from struggling to success. And that success isn't just about money, it's about the lifestyle you can achieve while you own your business as well. So we've only got 2 tickets left. What you need to do is click the link that's going to be coming along here in the comments with the video. And we'd love to see you there, quite frankly. I'd love to show you behind the curtain of how we work in the engine room to help you achieve your business dreams. And also so you can get these amazing sales strategies and help your team implement them straight away. Now, last of all, if you would like a copy of our fundamentals of selling made simple, then just comment below "sell" and we will get you a copy of that as well. And remember, if you found this video somewhere in search, make sure you give us a thumbs up in the comments, because it lets us understand that you enjoyed this content, it was useful, and we'll make some more for you. All right, guys, I trust that you found that useful. It was a bit of a giant one today. As I said, I had to write some things down so that I didn't forget. But make sure if you want to come along and experience an engine room retreat, that you click the link that's coming along with the video so that you have your chance to look behind the curtain and see just how we help auto repair shop owners achieve business success. Have a great day.